Hi everyone. Today I wanted to show you a technique that I've been playing with over the last couple of days. This is one that I've shown on my Instagram and on my Facebook page, and I've had a couple of people ask me how I achieved this background on my card. So I thought I'd show you today. What I'm using is the Irresistibly Floral Designer Series paper, which you will find on page 172 in the Australian catalogue. This one is one of the specialty papers, so it's a little bit different to your normal designer series paper. It's one-sided, and it has what looks like a self-embossed pattern. Well, it is actually a self-embossed pattern on one side that you can create all sorts of different techniques and effects with. So this is just one of them. What you'll need to do is start off with a small piece like I have here, and I'm going to start with stamping an outline image. So the stamp set that I'm using is Touches of Texture, which has a lot of really funky background images as well as some lovely outline images that work really well with this technique, and the papers, the designer papers. So this is the flower spray. You'll notice I don't have any stickers on the back of mine. I find that they stick better to the blocks that way, and you can get this one in wood mount as well if you prefer. So I'm just inking up my spray of flowers, and I'm going to stamp it randomly towards the bottom. So it looks like they're part of a garden bed. So we're going to fill in the entire bottom half or bottom third of the cardstock. Now you'll notice that when you stamp it onto the paper, the designer paper, because it's self-embossed, the ink will start to bead on top of the shiny part. So what you'll need to do is give it a bit of a polish like this each time, and in between each application of ink. If you do that, you won't contaminate the ink pads, especially if you're using lighter colours in between or after you've used the darker colour like we are here. The next colour I'll bring in then is the daffodil, and I have a little stamp that is a splodgy stamp, and this one's great for colouring in or filling in the outline of the flowers. So it just adds a little bit of colour, a little pop of colour, without having to worry about staying in the lines or doing perfect watercolouring. I love this stamp set. Okay, so you'll notice I didn't re-ink in between each of those, and I'm just going to do a couple more here. So you just want it like a little wash of yellow, and again, once you've done that, you'll come in with your tissue. Try and choose a clean part of your tissue. I have a special craft tissue box just for my craft room because I use them all the time. So give it a polish, and you'll see that starts to build up a little bit of a halo of colour around the image in the background where the paper is matte and not shiny, and that's the effect that we're going for. We're trying to get a bit of a wash of colour down the bottom. And lastly, we'll grab the old olive, and this background stamp is the one I'm using, and it comes from the first container. That's this one here. It's like a spatter pattern. It's great for creating a background behind your outline images. So I'm just stamping that over the top of where I have done my flowers, and filling in the background a little bit like that, and then again giving it another polish with my tissue. And you'll see you've got a nice little green halo effect around the images now. So that's basically it. Let me bring back the original card. Now this sample I've done on some floral pattern, some of the floral patterned paper. There's lots of different ones in the set of Irresistibly Floral. This one is more of a lattice pattern, so it almost looks like you're looking through a window, a stained glass window, or a dead light window into the garden, so it's got that effect. These ones over here, let me just bring in another idea with this paper is that you can use your sponge sprayers. So what I've done is I've graduated the colour. I've used yellow, orange and watermelon on this one just to give a nice sort of rainbow effect in the background. So that's another one on the spotty design. This one here I was inspired to make when I saw a card made by a friend of mine, Linda Higgins. She did a lovely background on her floral card, a floral card that she made, and I really liked that effect. So what I've done here is I've given it a wash of colour in the background, and I have applied the colour inside the flowers with markers to pop them off the background like that. That's really effective. Really easy to colour into because the outline, the embossed outline helps you contain the colour really, really effectively. Just a word about the hello. With this one here, what I did was I took the words out. I've run it through the big shot, obviously, with the Hello You Thinlets, and I've used the words on another little card compendium that I made. I'll show you that in a second. But I decided that I would cut back around the outside of the offcut. So it looked a little bit like that bubble writing I used to do when I was at school, and I really liked that. I really liked that style, so I thought I would include that on my card. This little card compendium, which uses the same technique, is something that we made in our Stamp Club class this week. And just to show you what else you can do with this technique, I've used some of the note cards which come with envelopes in the annual catalogue, and I've just used a strip of the Irresistibly Floral paper using this technique. So there's the technique with the larger daisy flowers on the spots. Here it is again, same stamp, same pattern of the lattice pattern, and this one is more of a floral dahlia pattern, and I've used the dragonfly and the typewriter keys in the background. So you can see you can create all sorts of different effects with the same technique. You can try out some different colours using different stamps and have a lot of fun with it. I hope you enjoyed my video today. If you'd like the pattern for this little card compendium, it'll be on my blog, so you can go to vanessawebb.net to look at that, and you can shop 24/7 in my store for any of these products that you've seen today. So thank you for watching. Bye.